Washington, D.C. First Israeli-American Council National Conference.
This conference is the largest gathering of Israeli-American leaders ever assembled. We have 700 attendees from 23 states, 233 organizations and companies represented, 88 young professionals, and 100 speakers.
I happen to believe that the values of Israel and the values of the United States of America are very much intertwined, and that it is essential that people in this country and around the world understand those values.
I think that action will make America, Israel, and the world better.
My name is Miri Belsky. I am the Chief Operating Officer of the Israeli-American Council. Toda. Toda lachem. It is my privilege to welcome you here this morning.
The first time in the history of the Israeli-American community, this organization began to unite 500,000 Israeli Americans throughout the country to strengthen the state of Israel, the next generation, and the Jewish people. Today, the Israeli-American community has been recognized as a new and driving force in the American Jewish community.
Our future belongs to the innovators.
Everyone agreed that we must help Israel more. Everyone agreed that we must take care of the second, third generation of Israeli Americans and connect them to their Jewish identity and Israeli identity. And that the Israeli American community must be part of the larger Jewish community.
And asked him, so what do you want us to do? He said, listen, we give you a challenge to mobilize and organize the Israeli community.
I lived in Las Vegas for over 20 years, and there was never an organization that represented adequately Israelis, and I think the Jewish population as a whole.
Gather everybody together in communities, in different places in the United States, and put them all under one umbrella. Then we can be strong and powerful.
Because we do believe that the second and third generation is what we are aiming for.
We go find leaders and tell them, are you ready to commit?
We represent the Judeo-Christian values. We represent the Israeli-American values. We represent the unbreakable, unshakable relationship between the United States and Israel.
This is how Israel look at us right now as the true ambassadors of the state of Israel.
And we want to empower anybody that is doing the job. It doesn't matter if it's us or somebody else, as long as we do it together.
And I thank you guys for coming to Florida, and I'm sure all the Floridians out here are very happy.
At last, there is an organization to represent us in our needs.
So on behalf of the State of Israel, its government and its people, I want to thank each and every one of you for your tremendous dedication to Israel.
Despite our many national quirks and cultural differences, we are part of the same family.
You obviously believe that this organization is necessary. You obviously believe that the voice in America needs to be stronger for our friends in Israel.
Behold how good and pleasing and vital and powerful we can be as one big team, Sevet Achim Gam Yachad.
And now, it is my pleasure to welcome a world-renowned Israeli singer, songwriter, and composer. Ladies and gentlemen, Davido.
תקבלו שיכונים כניסה ומטבח ושני חדרים קטנים. תביאו 4, תביאו 5, תביאו 6 ילדים. תקבלו הנאה וכבוד מקרובים, אתם אוהבים ילדים. ילדים זה שמחה, ילדים זה ברכה, ולכם יש לב של זהב, כתוב בתורה, אולי בגמרא, לכו תשאלו את הרב. ילדים זה ברכה, ולכם יש לב של זהב, כתוב בתורה, אולי בגמרא, לכו תשאלו את הרב.
It is not about granting the Palestinian state. It's about securing the future of a democratic Israeli country.
We're going to continue developing the resources, the platforms that every Israeli American that live, it doesn't matter if he lives in a community, there are 500 of them or there are 50,000 of them. He'll have the resources, he'll be able to connect to Israel, to his Jewish values. His kids will be able to do the same. Haim and Sheldon, you both have been incredibly generous to the IAC, and in the name of every single member of our community whose life you have forever changed, Toda Rabba.
I consider all of these opportunities not as obligations or responsibilities like philanthropy. We have the honor.
We're all going to look back to today and say, we were there. We were there that one night that we talked about it, and look where we are today.